Can you believe it? It's October the 23rd and I'm sitting out here in the bright sunshine. So I'm taking advantage and I'm enjoying a Perdomo 12 year. I'm a huge fan of Perdomo, and it possibly is becoming, I think, my favorite brand. All of anything in the Perdomo portfolio, I just love. I've never had an issue with any of them, from the quality, how they burn, the flavors. Just a great cigar. But what I wanted to do today is I started actually, I have got a bit of downtime from work, so I thought I'd just catch up on a few things, one of which is conditioning and polishing some shoes. And I pulled out a pair and I realized that I did an unboxing about a year ago. And so what I thought I would do is kind of give a quick update on how those shoes are. So I'm talking about my Cheaney brogues. I have two pairs of Cheaneys, in fact. One I ordered from Cheaney in Desborough in the UK that was shipped here to Canada. And the other pair I picked up on a trip home. I went to the Cheaney store on Jermyn Street. Beautiful store, beautiful location. So I have two pairs of Cheaneys, both brogues, Derby and an Oxford. So I'll just kind of show those to you in just a second. But I fell in love with Cheaney. When I started exploring a little bit more the English or British heritage brands. One that came up was Cheaney, Joseph Cheaney shoes. Started in 1886 in Northamptonshire, in a region. They're located in Desborough and around Desborough, and I think the Kettering. There were hundreds of shoe manufacturers once upon a time, and a number still exist, one of which is Cheaney. So it started in 1886. Towards the end of the 1800s, they moved location to their current facility where they still exist today. And Cheaney, they're not bespoke shoes, so you're not going in and being measured and they're crafting a pair of shoes from scratch, creating the shape that they base the shoe on. They're not doing that, but they're hand making the shoes. They do have there's a ton of videos on YouTube. If you look at Cheaney shoes on YouTube, you'll find some great videos showing how they manufacture. So they do use machinery, but a craftsman touches the shoe through every step of the process, all the way from cutting the leather to the final polishing and packaging. So it's very much hands-on, and Cheaney still reflects the craftsmanship that region of England became famous for in terms of shoe production. So here's the first pair. This is the Avon Derby Brogue in almond grain leather. One thing that really struck me when I unpackaged these and I opened them, I got a smell of real leather, and it took me back years ago to walking into a shoe shop and smelling real leather, smelling, getting that whiff of just quality, beautiful leathers. And I suddenly realized that for so long now that the shoes we're buying are just cheap, mass-produced, factory-produced shoes. Just the quality isn't there. And when you look at the price that you're paying for those shoes compared to these shoes, which granted are a lot more expensive, dollar for dollar, pound for pound, you'll definitely have a lifetime of wear out of these shoes. But yeah, so they have the derby. They have the derby opening at the throat here. Beautiful perforations, and what you'll notice too, if you examine on any pair of Cheaney and other companies too, like Churches, um, they are called Goodyear welted, which means that the bottom of the shoe is assembled in layers, and then there's a what's called a welt, a strip of leather underneath the upper all the way around that the bottom is actually stitched into. So what this means, and Cheaney offers this service, is that eventually you can then return your shoes. If the bottom, the sole wears down, you can return your shoes, and they'll completely recondition and refurbish the shoes so that, and I think the price for that is about a quarter or half, don't quote me, of what it costs to purchase a pair of Cheaneys. So essentially, this pair of brogues could last me 20, 30 years, if I do decide to get it reconditioned. They are somewhat heavy, but surprisingly, though, when you're wearing them, and what I found, just the comfort level is there. It's a standard last, which means the shape that they've made the shoe in. It's a standard size they have, or standard shape, but it fits like a glove, and you can absolutely wear these for hours and hours and hours, despite the fact they're hefty. They do have the Commando rubber sole, which I chose specifically. In Canada, it's, the weather does get a bit gnarly, and they're great for all day walking in the countryside, in the city. So I did opt for the rubber sole, and I do keep I do keep them shaped with a shoe tree, so a cedar shoe tree, which, I think price. I think I spent around £300, which might seem like a lot, but when you consider that this will outlast all of the cheaper shoes that I have been buying, it's a great deal. So that's the first pair. They do need a bit of reconditioning, so I will be applying some Saphir Renovateur cream later on, just to kind of freshen them up a little bit. So the second pair of Cheaney shoes I have, it's the Arthur Oxford brogue in a burgundy calf leather, and a little bit slimmer than the Avon Derby brogues. But likewise, your foot slides into these, and it's just the comfort is there. Similarly made with the Goodyear welted sole, beautiful perforations um, along the wingtip here and across the body of the shoe. These are different. These are in fact leather soled. So I'm yet to wear these. I've tried them on. I'm yet to wear them. You know what? I won't be getting as much wear out of these as I do the other brogues, simply because I don't want to be wearing these walking around in the city on concrete too much. Beautiful engraving on the sole too. So these were the ones that were actually shipped to me. Luckily, I was able to buy these. They had an offer. I think the regular price was in Canadian, I think was around $780, but I managed to pick them up for about $250. So a steal. And again, I keep the shoe trees in them. So after 1 year, I have to say that I do think that the Cheaney shoes, the brogues I have, possibly two pairs of the finest shoes I've ever acquired. I absolutely, look forward to events or times when I can wear these. They dress up any pair of jeans, any pair of trousers, any pair of jeans. They dress it up and take it to the next level. At the same time, providing maximum comfort. And you wouldn't believe how many times I'm wearing them. People do comment on them. Guys are commenting saying, where do you get your shoes? I've never seen a pair of shoes like that before. Because really, I'll tell you what, in Canada, you cannot buy quality shoes like that. If anybody knows of anywhere that does produce, handmade Goodyear welted shoes, I'd love to hear it. But thus far, I haven't really seen any. So after 1 year, I have to say, fantastic pair of shoes. Um, check out Cheaney. They have a great website. There's often a lot of offers on their website, and if you're in London or in Desborough, they have an outlet store, I believe, in Desborough you can visit. But if you're in London, go check out one of their locations. I think there's another one in Covent Garden, but I'm always, when I go back, I always head to down to Jermyn Street. But yeah, I'm going to start working on these in a minute. It's what I call a school night tonight, meaning I have a lot of work to do tomorrow, so I'm not enjoying my usual dram with this cigar. I made myself a mocha iced coffee. But I'm going to finish this cigar, enjoy this last couple of hours of sunshine that we have today. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I'd really appreciate you subscribing to the channel, giving it a thumbs up, and hitting the bell notification so you're notified when I create some new content. But until next time, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one.